welcome to my channel. So today you see the title. I'm going to talk about how I lost 150 pounds in a little over a year. Um, Before I start, I just want to say I am not in any way a professional. I'm not a dietitian. I'm not a personal trainer. As of yet, I do plan on being able to take this platform and go places with it, right? So once I gain, certificates and schooling and education on those things, and I'll be able to claim those things. But as of right now, I'm just telling you guys what worked for me. Okay, so I just want to go ahead and get that out the way because, yeah, that's what I'm here to do, to tell you guys how I lost 150 pounds in a little over a year. So before I get started, and by the way, I do have like some notes here because I just want to make sure that I don't forget anything, and I kind of have a habit of, running my mouth and going on and on. So hopefully this will keep me on track. Okay. So anyway, first, I just want to give you like a little bit of backstory about my weight in general and just weight loss and stuff like that. So growing up, I actually was always really, really skinny. This is like one of those weight loss stories that doesn't like start off as I was always the fat kid or I was always the chunky kid. I actually was very, very thin. I was a very skinny child, all the way up until I got to about high school. That's when I started kind of thickening out, but I still was a healthy weight. I didn't start really like gaining weight and becoming overweight until I became pregnant and started having children. But even then, my weight was still pretty much manageable. It wasn't out of control or anything like that. Now, after my pregnancies, like I said, that's where I started to gain weight, but I wasn't my heaviest. So I'm not in any way, shape, form saying like, oh, it was baby weight, it was this, it was that. No, I was still, I was a bigger girl, but I wasn't like at my heaviest. So to be honest with you guys, I gained a lot of weight from depression and overeating. I have struggled with depression and anxiety for as far as I can remember. I will say this, I was not depressed because I was overweight. I was overweight because I was depressed, if that makes sense. That was just another symptom of my depression, was the weight gain, emotional eating, anxiety, things like that. So yeah, that's basically like my backstory. Is really like my main reason of why I gained weight throughout the years was because I was super depressed. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about like what I did to lose 150 pounds in a year. Like what's the physical things that I did, right? Like eating, working out, things like that. I'll tell you guys that, but I want to be very clear, and I want to talk about the mental aspects before I get into that. And the reason why I want to talk about the mental aspects and how that helped me lose weight is because it's very, very important for my journey and for all of you guys' journey out there that's losing weight. If you want to lose weight, maintain it, keep it off, you have to get your mental together. You have to change your relationship with food. You have to change your relationship with like your emotions and how you process things. Okay? So the first thing that I did to get myself mentally prepared, but I didn't even know that I was doing this. I was, like I said, I suffered from depression. So the first thing that I did was I went on a spiritual journey. I started to meditate. I was just doing like those spiritual things to like just really tackle, these inner demons and inner things that was causing me to be depressed. So I wasn't really necessarily going into it thinking like, oh, I'm going to lose weight. Because like I said, me being bigger was more of a symptom of depression. So I had to get my depression in check first. I had to get whatever my mental things that was going on in check first. So I went on a spiritual journey. I started to meditate. I started just focus on within and just really focus on me and just like get my mental together. Whichever way that you do that is the way that you can find to do that. If you are not, into the whole spiritual thing, then obviously you wouldn't like meditate or something like that. If you had to pray to God or whatever God you pray to, or whatever it is that is going to get you that like mental clarity, because you want some mental clarity before you can even like embark on this journey. And that's just something that I would suggest heavily. Okay, so once I started, like, things just started falling into place for me. Once I was really able to just get out of my depression mode, I was able to start using mind over matter and law of attraction and just really able to manifest my weight loss. Okay, so the first thing that I would say that you guys really need to do to get your mental together is write a list of your whys, why you want to lose weight. I would say at least 10 reasons, like at the bare minimum. I had maybe over 50, 60. Like, I'm not even joking with you. I had my health, my children, like the things that are really, really important to you. You know what I'm saying? And don't just come up with superficial reasons like I want to look good. Yes, that can be a reason. I want to look good in a two-piece, or I want to, like all of those little things add up. Don't get me wrong. However, try to come up with really deep reasons of why you want to lose weight. If it's to help you with your depression, if it's to, you know, saying, be around for your children, be around for your family. Another reason was to sit down and make a video like I'm making right now to help other people. Something bigger than just you, something deeper than just, I want to look good. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, if that's your only reason, that's your reason. But I'm telling you right now, that may not be sustainable. But I'm just telling you what worked for me. So I had to get my reasons, and writing them down is the better. Come up with your reasons. Go over those reasons every single day, if not several times a day, to keep yourself on track. So that was one of the things that I did to get myself mentally prepared. And this thing that I'm telling you about, like having your reasons why you want to lose weight, is actually going to help keep you on your path, because you're going to stumble, you're going to have cravings, you're going to want to fall off the wagon. And these reasons why, if you really keep them in the front of your brain and you're really like focusing on your reasons why every single day, then it helps you to keep going. So that's one of those things you need to get started and you need to maintain throughout your lifestyle change. Not just your weight loss journey or just your lifestyle change in general, which is kind of brings me to my next thing, is get yourself prepared to change your life. Don't just think like, okay, I just want to lose weight, I just want to go on a diet. You have to think about, when you're stepping into losing weight, you're stepping into this whole lifestyle change. That's exactly what it is, a lifestyle change. You have to know that I'm going to be doing this for the rest of my life. I'm going to be going to the gym, putting in work for the rest of my life. I know that I'm going to be eating healthy for the rest of my life. Like, if you have that already implemented in your brain and you keep that throughout your journey, then it's going to be harder for you to fall off course. But if you're thinking of like, okay, this is just going to be a fad, or this is going to be just something I'm going to do real quick because I want to look good for a reunion or whatever, then you may not maintain it. So make sure you just, like I said, have those reasons why. So make sure that you have that at the front of your brain at all times, and you will be successful. Okay, so another thing that I did was I did my research. Now, not gonna lie, when I first started losing weight and dieting, I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I was just making changes and it was working. But as my weight loss started to slow down, I did have to do like more research into what works for my body, what type of training I needed to do, how I needed to target my body in the gym, things like that. So do your research based off of your body type and based off of what goals you want. Okay, so another thing that I did that helped me with that was I completely like deleted all of my social media. Not deleted, but I kind of like stayed off of all of my social medias except for Instagram, and then I had Snapchat like for personal things or whatever. But I stayed off of social media completely. And the only pages that I follow on Instagram was health and fitness. Now that is going to be really, really hard, especially like if you use social media for work or whatever. I'm not saying that you have to do this, like, or if you feel like you're strong enough, then go ahead, keep your social medias by any means. But I'm just telling you guys what I did. I had to just literally tune everything out except for my weight loss and my health. Like, that's literally the only pages that I was following. I did have my other Instagram accounts for other stuff, but I was never on them. I was only on, like, so basically 24/7, what I was entertaining myself was with motivational stuff, with workout videos, with eating healthy, eating right. Those were the pages that I was following. Those were the people that really kept me in that mindset. So that's one of the main things, like I'm telling you guys, that worked so well for me. So, and I very rarely like hear about people saying to do this. So I am like what heavily suggested. It is going to take a lot of like willpower and dedication if you're so like addicted to like, you know, being on social media and stuff like that and just like killing time, or being on like, you know, all the comedy pages or whatever, or little guilty pleasures or whatever little stuff that you're on that has nothing to do with your weight loss, your health, things like that, fitness, health. That's the only things I consume my brain with so that I can lose weight. And it works to this day. Like anytime that I'm having like where I feel like I'm falling off the wagon, if I do that again, like I notice like I get super focused, because you got to realize what you are putting in your mind is what you're going to start putting out into the world. That's what you're going to start putting out and putting back into yourself. So I definitely heavily would suggest doing that, because that's what worked for me a ton. Okay, so that is pretty much all I'm going to say for like as far as the mental aspects. Um, as far as losing weight, is just, you know, just kind of getting your mind, getting yourself ready, knowing that this is not an overnight thing. Have your reasons why, and keep your motivation up. Follow fitness pages. I will have a page separately just for weight loss, fitness, health, things like that. Like that's what I would suggest that you guys do. So that, now that that's out of the way, let me tell you like the more of the physical things that I did. So the first thing that I did was, like I said, when I first started losing weight, I really didn't have a lot of information or knowledge regarding weight loss. I was just going by basically what I was doing. I was trying to do the opposite of what I was already doing. Apparently that wasn't working for me. It was keeping me heavy. It was keeping me overweight. So I just stopped doing the things that I know for a fact were causing my weight gain and causing me to stay at a heavy weight. So one of the things that I did is I cut out carbs. Now, I did try the whole keto thing. I would not suggest diets like keto and things like that. And I know there's people who swear by it, live by it, swear it's sustainable, but that just wasn't sustainable for me. Keto just wasn't where it was at for me, but I did cut carbs tremendously. So that was like really one of the main things. Like I wasn't too big of a snacker, but I did love pastas, breads, and everything like that. So if you're someone who is struggling with weight and you notice that you drink like a lot of soda and sugars and stuff like that, that may be something you need to cut off. Maybe pasta and bread is not your weakness. That's why I said this is based off of your body, and that's why it's based off doing your research and stuff like that. But I'm just telling you what worked for me. I cut out a lot of pastas, breads, chips, because I did like to snack on chips. Now, that was one thing. I like to snack on chips, honey buns, stuff like that. Just all of the carby things. That's what I love. Like I could literally eat pasta for every meal. Like legit, like, and there's been times where I have like for years. So it's no wonder I wasn't bigger than what I was. Like I love pasta, love breads, and still do, but I eat them in moderation, and or rarely eat them at all. Like let's just be real. Like I don't really indulge in that as much. And also my portions were tremendously smaller. Like I had a problem with overeating. Some people don't have a problem with eating really large portions. They just is what they're eating. So I had also had a problem with what I was eating and how much I was eating. So I had to tremendously cut my portions, like especially in the beginning, I was cutting my portions. Like it looked like little baby plates. Like, to be honest, like that's what I was eating, and that's how I lost a lot of weight. So my portion control and cutting out carbs. Like those are the two main things as far as like my diet goes. And then I started going to the gym. Like that's what I started doing from the very beginning of my weight loss journey, was going to the gym. That's one thing that I will continue to do to lose even more weight, because I'm not even at my goal yet, but I do, you know, plan on trying to lose like another like 60 pounds, or just until I feel comfortable with my body and stuff like that. But the gym, the gym, the gym, the gym, the gym. The only thing that I could say about the gym, or just working out, like, because you can work out at home too, because during quarantine, I did have to start working out at home, and I did gain a little bit of quarantine weight along with a lot of the world, but we'll talk about that. But anyway, so like I was just, you know, I was going to the gym at least 4 days a week. Now I go to the gym about 5 to 6 days a week. I was going, and I started out on the treadmill, guys. Like I literally was doing the lowest maintenance of working out. I started out just walking on the treadmill. That's it. Like I literally was just walking on the treadmill, and then I started to, like, you know, watch around the gym and see like people doing certain like machines and stuff like that. Like I said, did not have a lot of education, did not know a lot about the gym. I was just really just kind of learning as I go along. So that's why I really love that I'm creating this channel right now, because I feel like I can help so many people who are new to this and trying to start their journey, because it's like all of the help that I didn't have or didn't think to research and do in the beginning, now you guys will have that from me. But anyway, so I was just, you know, going to the gym and just doing like a lot of cardio. And then I started learning about like heavy lifting, because I was worried about having loose skin, which I do have, and I'll have another video on that as well, about like my loose skin journey and all of that, and what surgeries I'm planning on getting for my loose skin. All of that, you guys, all of that is coming. So there's that. But yeah, just really just going to the gym and just really putting in work. Like I was very, very dedicated. I did have really bad gym anxiety at first. But that was just something that I pushed through. Like I said, it is so important to get your mental together before you do anything, before you diet, before you go to the gym. Get your mental together, because it will take you a long way. And another thing that I did was I stayed super, super hydrated. Like I drank so much water. For one, I drank a lot more water because I was going to the gym and I was sweating and I was tired. So I was consuming a lot more water because I was going to the gym. But even on top of that, like after, you know, not being at the gym, I'm literally drinking like about a half a gallon of water, a little over a half a gallon of water every single day. Like without fail. Like I love water. I love to drink water. So many things are just really good about drinking water. And I know it's like sounds so cliche, like water, but like it really did help me lose weight. Like once I started really drinking a lot of water, like I've always liked water, but it was like I was really, really just consuming a lot more water. So yeah, basically that is all I did. I will make some detailed videos of like what I eat in a day, what I eat in a week. A lot of that stuff is coming. I'm going to show you guys what workouts I did in detail, but I just wanted to jump on here like as a kind of introduction thing and just tell you guys like the gist of what I did to lose weight. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Leave comments down below, leave questions down below, anything, any videos that you want me to do, just let me know below in the comments, and I will be sure to check that out and get that up for you guys. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.